Hey y'all. My name is Ashley-Nicole Phillips, and you are tuned into Kingdom Things Podcast with me, Ashley-Nicole Phillips. Within Kingdom Things Podcast, I channel energies and messages from my Akashic record, or the oneness of all things. I am the biblically prophesied Messiah. Full circle moment. Alert, alert, so are you. Well, Ashley, thank you for asking this question. What I have in me, you have in you. What you have in you, I have in me. It's actually divine mandate. The divine is like, y'all are all the biblically prophesied Messiah. Go tell everybody, Ashley, that all of you are the biblically prophesied Messiah. I actually channeled through my soul within the podcast in 144 part 1. The Most High, or the New Epoch energy, stated, I created the human being as biblically prophesied to be my mirror. All of you go inside and remember that you are one with me, that you've never been separate from the divine, from your limitless potentials, your limitless nature. Our perception as a human culture of planet Earth, where we perceive separatism from our humanism and our divinity, our connection to all things, was a part of the gestational phase, or the makings of us, to prepare us for being God in the physical, or limitless potentials in the tangible, galactic, intergalactic citizens. Within Kingdom Things Podcast, again, I channel energies and messages from my Akashic record, or the oneness of all things, to assist us during this time of the rapture. The rapture is not about anything coming from outside of us to save us, although we are going to be getting help and facilitated assistance with intergalactic beings, or co-creating with intergalactic beings as we awaken in mass to our infinite potentials, to our galactic citizenship. The divine is like, go inside, which brings me to the Kingdom Things Podcast call to action. Sit with yourself for at least 30 minutes a day, every day. Ask yourself, hey self, hey soul, what I need to know about myself. And then wait for the answers, because they will come. This is the rapture. We're awakening to our limitless potentials. You might be having extrasensory perception experiences, most readily known as soul gifts, or psychic experiences, psychic abilities coming online. You're like, what's going on with me? This is a part of a dimension of the rapture. Remembering who we are in the divine, who we are in infinite potentials, our extrasensory perception, ability to connect to the divine, or all oneness of all things, in limitless ways. Because I channeled within the Kingdom Things Podcast installment titled Frequential Patterning Part 2. I'll link Frequential Patterning Part 1 and for Frequential Patterning Part 2 in the description box of this Kingdom Things Podcast episode. I channeled within Frequential Patterning Part 2, there are infinite ways to perceive energies. And there are infinite numbers of energies to perceive. So you might have a psychic ability or an extrasensory perception ability that's not classified as a psychic ability, or it's nothing that you've ever experienced or even heard about before. This is okay. This is natural. This is a part of remembering our divine inheritance. Our promised lands have the fact that our divine inheritance, our promised lands have always been within. This is a part of coming online to the remembrance that we are dimensions of infinite potentials. Each human is an authentic frequency, an authentic dimension, a unique dimension within the oneness of all things. At the same time, the oneness of all things is one. We all help grow and evolve the oneness of all things, most commonly termed as God on our planet. Again, I'm going to link Frequential Patterning Part 1 as well as Part 2 within the reference, under the reference Kingdom Things Podcast content below in the description. Like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Follow if you're watching on Spotify. Share to help proliferate the Kingdom Things Podcast journey to a healed and balanced human culture of planet Earth. To help, again, proliferate the Kingdom Things Podcast journey to a healed and balanced human culture of planet Earth. Which brings me to the Kingdom Things Podcast 2033 prophecy. By the year 2033, the divine says, the Most High says, the oneness of all things says, we will be, and I'll link the episode below. I channeled ancestral forces, Julius Caesar and Cleopatra, as well as God's 10-year plan for humanity. I channeled back in 2023. By the year 2033, our culture, human consciousness of planet Earth, will be in the streams of consciousness evolution, consciousness expansion, the energy streams, and the status and the beingness of consciousness evolution, consciousness expansion, to understand that we are a human culture of planet Earth with no disease, no death, no war, no famine, world peace, as disease, death, war, famine, and poverty. No poverty as well. Poverty, disease, death, war, famine, poverty were all a part of the makings of us. Manifestations or creations of our culture during a time and space where we perceive separation from the divine, the oneness of all things, or God. We've never been separate from the divine or God. And I'm going to share a really cool perception that I perceive personally today. I mean, I'm growing into this perception, and I got this download today. We all are consciously aware. We all are fully aware that we're limitless potential having a human experience. This is how it works, y'all. I mean, this is how I perceived it, right? I mean, being got to say, this is how I perceived it, right? This is how I perceived it. This is how I perceived it. Like I channeled, everything is what it is. It's our perception of what is that in which changes. Every moment, the way we perceive reality, it is a part of the makings of us, a part of the evolution of us, or a part of our authentic frequencies or our soul's contribution to creation. So we're all understanding, consciously aware that we're limitless potentials having a human experience. But everything is happening everything in creation is always happening simultaneously. The Alpha and Omega is always now. The Alpha and Omega is always now. The beginning and the end is always happening in every moment. And the way that we show up in every moment, or the way we perceive in every moment, is a part of our contribution to the Alpha and Omega, or the oneness of all things, or limitless creation. So we're all fully aware that we're limitless potentials, but in every now moment, we have a different perception of ourselves in order to contribute our authentic frequency to the evolution of all things. I know, it's so cool. Isn't that powerful and cool? I channel this to say, like, whoa, right? How exciting. How exciting. One, it's super exciting. Two, it's us evolving out of our duality consciousness, where we have preferences that we lean into constantly. We always choose this preference, right? Or we always choose this perception of the self, right? And I channeled in a book, in a book that I'm working on. It's a dissertation. It's a channel work dissertation to that's being gifted to humanity by the oneness of all things as we evolve and awaken and grow as soul food. Soul food to help us through this experience of evolution, of growth, of becoming a galactic being in creation. In the galactic creation, I channeled that we are bigoted in the way that we see ourselves, and our definition of bigotry being stubborn or fixed in our perceptions. So it's allowing ourselves to come out of our duality consciousness, allow ourselves to free ourselves from our bigotry or our belief in who we are, and aligning with the understanding that we are limitless, and we know that we're limitless, to allow ourselves to be open to choosing to experience different dimensions of ourselves. And as we choose to experience different dimensions of ourselves, we allow for an influctuation of our soul energy to be embodied by ourselves, or our avatars, or our human experience, and within our human experience, which in turn manifests a human culture or realities or lives that reflect more of that abundant nature, more of that wellness, more of that balance of our soul energy, or our conscious remembrance that we're limitless, and allowing ourselves to choose more thought patterns, allowing ourselves to choose different thought patterns and more abundant thought patterns that reflect who we want to be, who we actually want to be, and the lives that we want to lead and live. Which brings me to the Kingdom Things podcast call to action. Sit with yourself for at least 30 minutes a day. Ask yourself, hey soul, what do I need to know about myself to become more of my limitless, more abundant nature? I stumbled across Kingdom Things podcast. I'm awakening, so I know, baby, I'm soul searching. I know I can feel the soul search. So I came across Kingdom Things podcast, and she verified what I'm feeling on the inside, what I remembered. Ashley verified what I'm feeling on the inside, what I'm remembering. I'm limitless. I am God. Sitting in meditation, Kingdom Things podcast, call to action. What soul, limitless potentials, what do I need to know about myself to evolve and align with more of my abundant, well-balanced, limitless potentials, universally aligned, universally assigned to help uplift the oneness of all things. Wait for the answers, because they will come. They will come. All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and roll into, we're already into it. We've flown, we're going. We're going to go ahead and roll into, as you saw by the title, we're going to be channeling Source today about banking and money. Banking and money, which I'm excited about. I'm excited about it. Some parts of me aren't. I'm not gonna lie. Some parts of me aren't super excited. I'm not gonna lie. Because our bigotry, our belief in who we are, and you know, money, bartering, currency has been a part of our culture as humans since the dawn of time. Really since physical, I channeled this because I sit and I talk with God about it. I sit and talk with God about it because I am a master manifestor. I know this, but I had so many blockages around manifesting pecuniary resources. It's a part of my twin flame journey. I'm not gonna lie. That part of it it's really intricate within my twin flame journey, and I'm learning to surrender to it instead of fighting it. I am on the twin flame journey. The twin flame journey is when you have it's your same soul signature incarnated in another body at the same time in the same realm. So it's basically parallel realities happening in the same reality. Isn't that cool? You would think so, right? You would think so, right? Yo, I'm having fun and like laughing at my pain. I'm laughing at my pain right now. You would think it would be fun, right? It challenges you to again step out of that bigotry, because you have to face parts of yourself. Because like, you know, my soul's been telling me about my story all of my life. So, you know, I'm confident in my story, the way I see it, right? I'm confident in the story where the way I perceive it, the way I channel it. Now I meet this person that God's like, that's your mirror. That's your perfect match. I made him in the image of you, just like he was made in the... I made him in the image of you, just like you were made in the image of him, in order for me to be able to manifest and grow and evolve creation in a more pungent, potent way. I put y'all in a reality together to have y'all soul energy in two bodies, so I can learn and grow realities in a bigger way. The Most High is telling me this about myself, so I'm like, okay, I'm like, all right. So I'm confident in my story as I know it. And we're twin flames, so we're mirror souls. So he has a polar perception of things. And the divine was like, Ashley, I created polarities to be harmonizing, balancing forces, not dueling forces. So it's about allowing ourselves to step out of the duality perception of things. Because, you know, we have left lobe, right lobe. Which, it's not pertinent to bring that up. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? It's a manifestation of our duality consciousness, or perceiving things as separate, right? So instead of perceiving duality consciousness as separate, like things are separate, understanding that the polar aspects are harmonizing aspects of the oneness of all things. So we're talking about banking and channeling source today. Find pecuniary interest is a big thing on our planet. We've been doing this since the dawn of time, and truly since the beginning of tangible creation. And since the beginning, I'm being guided to just channel it like this for right now, because I'm gonna learn more. I'm gonna grow in, and I'm gonna learn myself more, evolve more, to be able to channel more understandings about my existence, about self. And that's what the Kingdom Things podcast Call to Action is about. It's about learning more about yourself through yourself and reality. Principle of correspondence, as below, so above. Our realities are a mirror of the energies that we hold within. So whatever's in your reality, ask yourself, hey, so what is this supposed to teach me about myself? My soul's bringing something up. Hey, soul, what is that supposed to teach me about myself? Hey, soul, what is it supposed to teach me about myself? Wait for the answers, because they will come, right? So my soul, the oneness of all things, is like, you know, pecuniary interest. Yes, it's been a part of human culture since the beginning of human culture, but understand that it's also been a part of tangible existence since the beginning of tangible existence, or since the beginning of space and time, as we know it, right? Because what does space and time create? Form. Out of what energy? So pecuniary interests have been a part of existence since the beginning of space and time. I also channeled our experiment, our civilization, the human being of planet Earth. We came into creation to balance out all of space, the energies of space and time. So as we live our lives and our realities, we are assisting towards the balancing of all of space and time, of all of tangible existence. So y'all saw the title, and we just talked about it. We're going to be channeling Source, the oneness of all things, the Most High, in regards to we're going to do two channels. We're going to do Source, the Most High, as well as the Galactic Federation. We're going to channel the Galactic Federation as well. In regards to pecuniary interests and how pecuniary interests were keeping us tied to the limited perception of self, or the perception, how we perceive ourselves in every moment. It kept us choosing that same perspective of self at every alpha omega moment, because we were so tied to the tangible and so tied to the system of money, that we didn't allow ourselves to choose other options or explore our soul or embody more of our soul energy to perceive our limitless nature in the tangible. And again, as we perceive more of our limitless nature in the tangible in mass, we are manifesting a human culture of planet Earth with no disease, no death, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, right? And then coming home to our galactic, coming back into the neighborhood of galactic citizenship, which the Galactic Federation will talk about as well when I channel them. So I'm working on the dissertation, the book. It's called Letters. I'm just gonna say Letters. It's called Letters. The book is called Letters. I was guided to go ahead and read the part of the book that I wrote today, working on the book. And by the way, the song playing in the background is my song. I'm also a singer-songwriter. The song is called Trust Your Soul. You can find it, Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. I'll link it below in the description. Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. Trust Your Soul. Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. It's within the album Yin Yang, the playlist Yin Yang on the channel. So Letters. This is a part of Letters that I wrote today. I channeled today. Co-authored today with the universes. Life as you knew it has never truly been life as you know. Every being of creation is aware of the grandiose game that is existence, in which we are playing. You, dear human beings of planet Earth, as well as much of the cosmic creation, became misaligned with vibrations or frequencies coded with higher truths of your existential natures as you seeked or pondered the truths of reality, rather than relying on the natural ebbs and flows of existence to reveal your authentic truths to you. You don't have to seek wellness of health, abundance of you don't have to seek wellness of health, abundance of pecuniary resources, love, nor happiness. As you love yourself by appreciating the very truth that you exist, wellness of health, abundance of pecuniary resources, love, and happiness will be revealed to you in abundance. I'm going to go ahead and sit back and thank you, Source Energy. The oneness of all things will be channeling through myself. Feel free to close your eyes. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to transcendental channel, which is one of my spiritual soul gifts that we all really have. This gift. It's a gift that I'm going to be using within this transmission. Again, feel free to close your eyes to allow any energies, uplifting, well-balanced energies to help you activate more of your limitless potentials into more of your journey of wellness and balance and peace and universal alignment, universal assignment. Thank you, Ashley, for allowing the transmission this evening, as we know that you have an abundance of activities to attend to as you enjoy your experience as a human of planet Earth. There's nothing wrong with enjoying your experiences. You are created to enjoy your experience. Allow yourselves to choose new experiences. Allow yourselves to relax into the knowing that you are in an epoch of time, an epoch of creation, an epoch of joy, where your top priority does not have to be what it has been. You can allow yourselves to open up to new dimensions of yourself, knowing that your basic necessities, the care for yourself and your reality, your homes, your bills, your transportation will be taken care of, shall be taken care of. Shall you allow it? For your understanding of money has been one in which has been extremely limited, finite, limited because it was created out of the ideology of finite. And this is exactly why your monetary system is going to be disassembled or dismantled in a way that, because it's being dismantled, because it goes against universal ordinance, universal codes, universal law. It is no longer okay or allowed or accepted for beings of creation to follow their divine alignment, divine assignment, to be in universal flow, universal, to assist with universal orchestration or the upliftment and balancing of all things, and to lack when it comes to the tangible reality, tangible experience in which they have incarnated to experience. For your energetic embodiment is truly the procurer of your finances. The limiting beliefs or the ideology of finite, in which said you had to work hard, you had to know somebody, you had to have a degree, you had to be advantageous in order to have an abundance of financial wealth. An abundance of wealth is out of alignment with universal law, Ashley is working on being more compassionate and delivering her speech and words, articulating her speech and words in a way that's more compassionate, more unconditionally loving. It's asinine for beings to be rich in spirit and poor in pecuniary resources. It's asinine. It's an abomination to the divine. Do you understand me? It's an abomination to the divine for divine beings aligned with universal order in order to assist with universal ordering to be financially poor, to lack in their tangible experience. As we are all stewardess of the divine, if you're consciously aspiring to be more in alignment, to be more entrenched in your stewardship of divinity, you should not lack in any way, especially in the game board of reality, where everything is make-believe. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, the oneness of all things, Source the Most High, for universal forces, universal energies, for that channeling. Needed it, right? And I needed it. Y'all know my story if I've been listening to the podcast. Y'all know, baby, I went through some things. And I'm picking myself up still because of our whole, we're in an epoch. So our whole reality is being reordering, right? And I'm actively, consciously a part of this reordering in a way that I want to assist. I want my beingness, my existence to assist with the upliftment and wellness and balance of all things. That's my conscious intentions. Do I understand that I have subconscious intentions that are adverse to this belief? Yes, because I know that I'm the left and the right. I know that I'm the yin and the yang. I know that I'm the conscious and subconscious. I know that I'm the dark and the light. I know that I'm the spectrum of oneness. So baby, I be trying my darnest to surrender and pursue wellness and upliftment for all things. And that starts with me, inside of me first. That starts inside of me first. That starts inside of us. That's what it is. This time is not about going outside and brigading and protesting and forcing our beliefs and our opinions on people. It's about going inside, healing ourselves, garnering our wisdom, being inquisitive about our lives, our reality. We're awakening, y'all. We are limitless potentials, experiencing limitless potentials, to grow and evolve limitless potentials. It's about loving ourselves and being adventurous in this journey like a psychonaut. the game. I think my soul had me research this a few times. The game, the psychonaut game, where you're journeying reality and learning about yourself as you journey reality. Learning about yourself as you journey reality. That's what we're doing, right? And so it starts inside. It starts about being wellness within yourself in order to share yourself with the world, share your authentic frequency with the world, right? And when you're sharing yourself, you want to do it from an abundant space where it's authentic in the way that you're practicing what you preach. And truly, your preaching is your practice. Because I know whenever I channel something, I know I'm learning about myself. I know I'm growing and evolving into what I'm talking about. Baby, I don't got nothing figured out. The only thing I got figured out is that I exist. And then I'm limitless. And I'm learning more about my limitless nature all the time. And I own the story that God gave me about myself. And I know that the story that God gave me about myself is going to grow and evolve and change. I know this too. I'm aware of this too. I am a stewardess for the divine. I channel within the podcast 144 part 1, 144 part 2. I am a part of the leading family of the 144,000. I channel there's 12 twin flame couples. I'm a part of the leading energy of the evolution of humanity into higher consciousness. And it's a spiritual thing. It's not about being a boss. It's about growing, being a stewardess of my energy or journeying into my limitless nature, understanding that simultaneously I'm being a stewardess of humanity, that I'm growing and evolving human nature. And simultaneously I'm growing and evolve our solar system, our galaxy, our universe, right? We're going to go ahead and get into our channel with the Galactic Federation. Thank you again, Source. The universe is the oneness of all things. We're going to go ahead and get into the Galactic Federation. I'm the divine was like, use these words. I'm like, I don't want to use those words. And it's like, use them. I was like, I don't want to use those words. Like, use the words, Ashley. I was like, okay, I'll use the words. I channel you relate. The way you relate with yourself is the way is as deeply as the divine is able to relate with you. So the way in which you relate with yourself is a mirror to how you're able to relate with the divine and everything, other people, all the things. So like, I really want to improve the way I relate with myself, be more compassionate, right, with myself, and that's all people. Okay, I'm gonna share it. I got a download earlier. I channel within the podcast, Kingdom Things podcast, titled "Staring at the Blank Page Before You." Yes, it's a play off a Natasha Bedingfield's song I've written. Thank you for that song because I love it. And it's an inspirational spiritual tune. So I channeled "Staring at the Blank Page Before You." I channeled about the archaic feud between the masculine and the feminine energy, the man and the woman on the planet. Now we're in the epoch energy. We've been living in a patriarchal society. We're in the man has had the upper hand. The man has had the podium. The man had men have been ruling the planet, running the world. We're now principle of the universal principle of rhythm. Every rise has a fall. So now this is the patriarch. Now the matriarch has the upper hand, right? We're in a time where feminine energy is being inundated on the planet. Because we need it. For one, it's an archaic cycle where we cycle from patriarchal to matriarchal society. We're moving back into a matriarchal society, right? So that's the principle of rhythm. Principle of compensation, or karma. What goes around comes around. So we saw how the patriarchy treated the matriarch as the patriarch had the podium. How did the patriarch treat the matriarch? Ashley, the biggest way that we can exemplify it, let me not even do that, but the way that's coming to my mind, which makes me like, it really puts a spotlight on the human energy. You think about the pay disparagement in the workplace, in the work industry, how women are paid less than men, typically paid less than men. So this is an example that came up. The example that I want to use, so that's one example. That's the first thing that came to mind, came to the high heart. the next thing I want to say is that, it's like James Brown, it's a man's world. This is a man's world, right? I hear this clairaudiently all the time. But it'd be nothing without a woman or a girl. God's like, the woman is the divine. The woman is a portal to the ethers. We deliver children, and we also hold the divine blueprint. Women's sexuality, women period, have been demonized, slut-shamed, all the things since the beginning of time and space. Darn near, like since the beginning of time and space, because of the power that the woman holds. The woman holds the divine blueprint of how God says reality should work. So women are so ashamed of self, of our bodies, of our sexuality, of how we show up, because this is a man's world, right? If we're so ashamed of how we show up, we don't show up. What do? We go find a man and take care of us. What do we do? Getting married is like the bane of existence for women, right? Finding a partner. So what was perpetuated? The man's world. Why? Because the woman would show up how the man wanted the woman to show up in order to be chosen by the man. And I channeled this within God is a Woman. I'll link this below in the reference to Kingdom Things podcast content as well. God's like, this can't happen anymore. Because I seeded the divine blueprint for divine reality within the woman. So I need the woman to know her worth, to go inside, know her worth, to align with her worth and who she is, to be who she is, to shine her light, shine her blueprint. Baby, your man gonna come, he gonna show up on your doorstep. Because that's how it works. Why? Because what did we just channel from the source of universes? Whenever your energy is in alignment with the oneness of all things, and channel from the book. Whenever your energy is in alignment, like wellness, balance, abundance, your partner can't help but show up at your doorstep. It can't help but to align with you if your energy is in alignment. When your energy is in alignment, right? So the first example that came to mind about the patriarchy was the pay disparagement in the workplace. Divine is like, I stated the divine blueprint for divine reality. No disease, no death, no war, no famine, no peace, no poverty, open contact with interdimensional beings just to begin. Because baby, we're infinite, we're limitless. What are we going to create? The divine wants to know that too. We're limitless potential, which brings me to the human dharmic purpose. Which brings me, let me finish this thought and then we'll go to the human dharmic purpose. So, the divine wants to see what do we create within our limitless nature. So guys, like, women have been paid less as a patriarchal society. Women don't get heard as far as their divine existential existence hasn't really been exemplified in creation. That's why y'all have disease, death, war, famine, poverty. Because let the woman tell the story, baby, y'all not going to, no disease, no death, no war, no famine, no poverty, world peace, right? Because that's what I seeded inside of the divine blueprint, which is seated in the woman, right? Seated in the womb of the woman. Woman's divine wisdoms, divine nature, right? So we have this matriarchal society, every rise has a fall. So we have the patriarchy society, every rise has a fall, baby. We finna get to brass tacks. Don't worry, universe. I'm gonna tell the story. I'm gonna tell it the way my soul coming out of duality consciousness. So this is the patriarchy society. Every rise has a fall. The matriarchies get in the podium. So principle of compensation. What goes around comes around. If we're mirroring this over here, the disparagement, like basically, baby, just inequality. What's gonna happen over here? The principle of compensation says we're gonna mirror the same dysfunction back to the patriarchy, which is truly why the patriarchy is holding on and was holding on, and not relenting to God's plan. Because we're all hearing the call inside. We're all getting intuitive nudges to do different stuff in order to assist with manifesting the divine blueprint or heaven on earth. No death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty. Get this, y'all. The patriarchy didn't create this world on its own. On their own. Men didn't create this world on their own. We had an equal part. The patriarchy, men, women, we equally created this reality. This society with death, disease, war, famine, poverty, disparagement. war. We equally created this reality. It's not the man's fault. It's not patriarchy's fault. We equally created it. Why, Ashley? Because this war, the way that the matriarchy and the patriarchy shows up, it's a mirror. It's a mirroring act of dysfunction and imbalance. What is the human being's dharmic purpose? The human being's dharmic purpose is getting to Kingdom Things Podcast, channeled human being dharmic purpose. The human being's dharmic purpose is to help balance creation. The beginning, God's like, how do you make a reality, a society, a realm, a puzzle to be refigured? Universal law of gender. There's masculine and feminine energy in every creation. God's like, how do I make a reality, a puzzle to be refigured in order to learn and grow it into new dimensions, in order to experience it in new perceptions, new perspectives? You throw off the balance of the feminine and masculine energy. You create a society that's imbalanced with feminine and masculine energy, which creates an imbalance in everything that shows up in nature or in the world, right? And God doesn't do this to be cynical. How do you grow and evolve anything? You change variables. Or what? You change perspectives. So how does God grow and evolve creation of the oneness of all things? I channel from my soul the oneness of all things. Whenever reality needs something else to grow and evolve, it naturally produces it. God, the human being of planet Earth, is a natural production of reality's natural disposition to grow, evolve, and be in balance. For the oneness of all things, or we most commonly term it as God, to grow, evolve, and naturally be, to exist and be in balance in existence. The human being is a part of this creation, a part of the system of benevolence, of wellness, of nature, of the oneness of all things, of infinite potentials. So we came into existence to balance out creation, right? Or the yin and the yang, the left or the right, the dark or light, masculine and feminine energies. So God's like, y'all are coming on to y'all's limited, y'all are having bouts of Satori. Satori is spontaneous spiritual remembrance, spontaneous Akashic record remembrance, spontaneous soul remembrance. You're all having bouts of Satori or spontaneous remembrance of your existential nature. You're going to journey life and existence. How do y'all use y'all's wisdom? What do you create? As y'all change perspectives, or you're having variable switches as you embody new energies of yourself, what do you create? The divine wants to see, what do we create? We're slated 2033, no death, no disease, no war, no famine, no peace, no poverty. What else do we create? We know open contact, which brings me to the 2026 prophecy. By 2026, we will have open contact with extraterrestrial, interdimensional beings. This time is also called the second coming, as well as the age of unconditional love. Rabbi Yeshua, or Jesus Christ, will be representing in this representing in this reality as Jesus, Rabbi Yeshua. Newsflash, alert to all societies, all cultures, all denominations. Jesus is not blonde hair, blue eyed, and he's not a black man. I know. I just want, baby. He knows, baby. He's confident. I mean, he gonna step. Jesus gonna be like, hey, this is me, When he opens his mouth, y'all feel his energy. Y'all be like, dang, okay, yeah. You gonna feel away like, dang, like, I'm mad because he don't have blue eyes, blonde hair. I'm mad because he's not a black man. No, you gonna be like, dang, like, shoot. He's helped me remember, that I am remembered. We'll just say I am remembered. So it doesn't matter what you look like when I open my mouth. And I'm gonna link that below. Because I had this talk with Jesus. Because, I'm a black woman. And I'm up here speaking all this, divine wisdom, divine chakma, Kabbalah master. Right, baby, I'm up here, really speaking to stuff. So I'm a black woman. So we had this talk. He let me see in my mind's eye, third eye, what he looked like. He looks like a Middle Eastern man. He looks like a Middle Eastern man, y'all. Like, and on the fair skin side too. Like on the fair skin side, Middle Eastern man. Like kind of fine hair. I mean, yeah, it's like kind of fine. Like it's not like wool, like in the Bible. It's not like wool. But I channeled Kingdom Things Podcast, 3 Jewish priests. I channeled the Lubavitcher Rebbe, Rabbi Yitzchak Schneerson, and Jesus. And Jesus spoke about it. He was like, when I open my mouth, do you think what I look like or the color of my skin was the biggest priority? No, it was not, right? I say this to say, 2026, that's a part of our divine blueprint. open contact for the masses, mass disclosure, open contact for interdimensional extraterrestrial beings. Rabbi Yeshua is considered an interdimensional and an extraterrestrial being because he's a being of the origins of the galactic creation. I'm going to sit back and we're actually going to channel the Galactic Federation. Look at that, baby. Synchronicity. I'm going to go ahead and sit back and close, again, transcendentally close my eyes and channel the Galactic Federation. Thank y'all for sticking around. And I hope there's an energy or message that's soul activating, soul aligning to you as well as to me, baby. Because I'm in this chair channeling, like, baby, like, ooh, like, I'm like really excited because I'm learning a lot of new things about the self, about the oneness of all things, about myself. So, okay, here we go. Thank you ahead of time, Galactic Federation. No, thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Ashley. You are delivering messages to the planet that are necessary. There are many of you that are delivering messages to the planet that are necessary, as whenever you open your mouth, whenever you speak, you are delivering a message to the planet that is necessary in order to assist with the co-creation of all things, irregardless of what you're speaking about, irregardless of the veracity of your tone, or irregardless of your perception of what you're saying is a part of the co-creation of your realm, and it is all needed at this time to figure equilibrium, to figure balance. Thank you, Ashley. Ashley is excited to post a video. We do have more to say. We do need to get into the baking system, Ashley. Please do. We're going to speak in riddles and poetic, figurative language in order to assist with creating what needs to be created, in order to assist with manifesting what needs to be manifested in your realm, in a way that does not offend you all. You've been playing a game. And the game, there are many games that can be referenced. The game of life is a great one. The game of life, the board game of life, where you have rules of the occupation that's most valid in order to attain the pecuniary status, the class, the identity that you want to embody in your reality, the identity that you feel will procure what it is that you believe you desire, want, need. All of these paradigms are false because they are limited. You are limitless. Every human on planet Earth is limitless. You are all limitless. And your paradigms of these occupations and the status and the class and the race, which is your creation, dear human beings, we're restricting the flow of your limitless nature. As Ashley-Channeled stated, your banking system is going to actually and definitely collapse. Collapse in a way that your system will respond to energy. Your systems will respond to energy. And there's no way around this. There's no way to stop it. It has already been divinely mandated and mandated in your tangible reality. Your pecuniary interests, your financial systems will be mandated through spirit, the spiritual realms, which they truly have always been. And they have always been. As you have many money gurus who can manifest and teach how to manifest money in a quick and simple and easy way, it's because they understand that the manifestation of money has nothing to do with a thought pattern or what you do or how hard you work or what your status is, what degree you hold. But it's your intentions and the energies in which you're able to utilize to attract your law of attraction, the law of attraction to attract the abundance in which you are. You are all limitless. Spiritual teachers, spiritual spiritual beings of the planet, as you are all spiritual beings, but there is a such thing as poverty consciousness, or Ashley's trying to remember the term. The persecution wound. The persecution wound for spiritual teachers that consciously teach their spiritual knowings to hide themselves in a way that they don't allow spirit to identify them and bless them with what they've earned with sharing their spiritual teachings with the world because of the fear of being persecuted. You are out of the woods. Figuratively speaking, you are out of, you no longer need to fear persecution, as your planet has highlights and lowlights on it. And any being, we no longer have to worry about being slaying or persecuting spiritual teachers or spiritual masters, because we are all remembering that we have all remembered, we're just present tense, we have all remembered that we're spiritual beings, spiritual masters. And just like as you have police in your physical reality, we have police in the spirit. So keep your hands to yourself, to say it in the most beautiful, compassionate, and peaceful way. Peaceful terms, using peaceful terminology. Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your thought patterns in high vibrations, understanding that everyone in your reality is a mirror to you. Understanding those thought patterns in which you fixate on are going to manifest and come back to you. Because what? Principle of compensation, what goes around comes around. Thank you, Ashley. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I channeled in the podcast. I went homeless in 2019, or was it 2020? I think it was like 2020, right when COVID started, because of spiritual warfare, which really saved my life. But let's call a spade a spade, baby. The energy didn't know it was saving my life. The most I knew it was saving my life, but the energy that assisted with me going homeless didn't know, and getting in a car crash and me having to come stay with my mom, didn't know that it was saving my life. The Most High did, though. The Most High used it to bring me back home, to remember me and God, right? I've been living with my mother since 2020. It's 2025. I've been praying about financial abundance. I've been doing my work for the divine, for the Lord, for the Most High, for the oneness of all things, to help uplift the oneness of all things. Because this is truly who I am. I'm not being put out at all. There's parts of me that felt like I was being put out because it's getting used to being limitless. But this is truly what my soul does. God's like, you want to know why I put you in this position? Because baby, this is what you do. This is what I made you for, right? To be a spiritual teacher, to share your spiritual wisdoms with the planet, to help grow and evolve the planet. I've been praying about financial abundance coming through. I've been praying about it. God's like, I'm gonna get you money. I'm gonna get somebody to send you a check. I'm gonna get you money. I'm gonna get you money. I'm gonna get you. Money hasn't come, baby. 2025, and I started really asking 2021. So it's been like 4 years. The money has not showed up on my doorstep, in my bank account, like it's supposed to, like it was supposed to. And I believe, baby. I know my divine presence. I know my God. It's been spiritual warfare about it, about my dollars, baby, about my money, about getting paid so I can enjoy the tangible reality. And it's a lot of it has been my own limiting beliefs. And I'll just take, as below, so what? It's all been my own limiting beliefs, right? It's all been my own limiting beliefs and how I perceived financial abundance from my journey as a divine being through experience. So it's all been my limiting beliefs that I've been working through. So the divine was like, quit working your 9 to 5. Because that's another thing. When I was attached to my 9 to 5, it didn't allow me to align with my spiritual inheritance. Now, this is not going to be the same for everybody, because everybody's journey is different. But for myself, it didn't allow me. Everybody's journey is unique. When I was attached to my 9 to 5, it wouldn't allow me to align with my spiritual inheritance, my promised land on the inside. I don't want anybody to feel like they have to quit their job to align with their spiritual awareness. That's not what I'm saying at all. That go into your heart space, follow your heart space. I'm not saying this at all. So this is a relief. This is a big old beautiful relief. Because I actually been guided to channel this episode like 3 days ago. Because truly, I was heavy in the energy of the persecution wound. So I was really running for money because I felt how dense and heavy the energy was. Now I know that's a part of living in this reality and growing and evolve this reality. It's about going inside or going up to get your high vibrational wisdoms, and it's about seeding them in the planet. So actually being incorporated in the civilization, being incorporated in the culture, living your life, using your divine wisdoms that you garner from your journey, your soul wisdoms from inside, using your divine wisdom or your chakra to seed into the planet by living your life, utilizing the divine wisdoms that you get within inside or within your soul, within spirit. So this is a big old relief for me. It's a big old relief for me. Big old relief for me. Because that was another part about the woman, about the culture of men and women, like men using money or their dominance in the world to control women. Baby, and I wasn't finna have it. Baby, let me do Magic Meals episodes and grocery runs, co-create with the universe, these good old sales to be able to afford groceries. Baby, let me do that, because I'm not finna be controlled by baby no dollar. I'm just not finna let myself do that. Especially when I'm getting these calls from home. You know, I'm just not finna do it. And I'll take accountability for the parts of me that are in this energy, because all is within, all is one. To be able to uplift it and evolve it and grow it. I want to thank y'all so much for joining this Kingdom Things podcast transmission. Y'all, it's been a fun one. And it's so necessary. It is so necessary, y'all, because we all deserve to live a beautiful, abundant human experience, because we live the sad part. We live the disease, war, famine, poverty, destitution. We live that, but us and our ancestors, we thugged through it to be able to make this epoch time where there's no disease, no death, no war, no famine, war, peace, no poverty. Baby, we finna live this. Live our promised land, our most abundant reality. Baby, we finna live this for our ancestors, so whenever we are incarnate, baby, we all living it up. Baby, we did the broke days. We did the spiritually impoverished days. We finna live this baby, this good reality up. Okay? And we're not gonna be ashamed of it, because we earned it. We created it. We co-created it with the universe. I'm so glad y'all found this Kingdom Things podcast. Like, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Follow if you're watching on Spotify, to help proliferate the Kingdom Things podcast to help proliferate the Kingdom Things journey, to help proliferate the Kingdom Things podcast journey to a healed and balanced human culture of planet Earth. Y'all, we talked about my music. We're on Kingdom Things podcast. We talked about my music, Ashley-Nicole music on YouTube. Go subscribe. Baby, healing energies from the future, which is now, because what Alpha Omega is happening right now. Healing energies from the future. I channel all types of genres, energies, co-create with the universes. Co-create, let me give myself some credit, my personal self. I co-create with the universes so many beautiful genres, melodies, lyrics to help heal and grow us as we evolve into our limitless nature. Ashley-Nicole music is available to stream on YouTube. We also have Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. I intuitively cook whatever the ancestors tell me to put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish. This is what we put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish. We have fun. We get divine revelations over there too. We talk about spiritual wisdom over there too. We laugh, we joke, we cook in the kitchen, and we go to the store, and we do other things. We have fun, y'all. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to stream on YouTube. Go subscribe. Hope you enjoy the content. I'm also an author. I authored the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, which was a part of my rapid spiritual awakening journey. It's a 3-part book series. It's about what we're all going through as humans, awakening to our existential nature. Before we get into the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel trailer, so y'all can feel the energy, see what's going on over there. My other half, that's the book back there. This is the book. This is the 3rd part of the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. If you wanted to do the solid copy for the first 2 parts, it is 1 binding. If you're doing all digital, all 3 digital copies are separate. $29.97 for all 3 digital plus tax. $29.98 for the 3 stories, 2 bindings plus tax. Before we roll into the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, we also have Asia's Story, which is an animated series that stems from the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel universe. Asia's Story, the animated series, is available to stream on YouTube for free. I channel my divine wisdoms, my divine experiences, my baby supernatural experiences. Baby, I'll be going up in the spirit. baby ninja in the spirit about it, right? It's really cool. I get to channel my interdimensional experiences that I have conscious awareness of, because we're limitless, right? So there's the interdimensional experiences that I have conscious awareness of, I channel into the animated series. I See a Story, the animated series, is available to stream on YouTube, AP Short Stories, link below. Also, I have a channel, tarot channel, Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment. We heal over there. We channel energies and messages. We have a good time. We do powwow sessions. Baby, this was a powwow session. So I'm probably going to just, instead of doing a whole new video, post this over there. I do that sometimes. Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment is available to stream on YouTube, link below. Again, more healing energies and messages to help us evolve through this journey of evolution, coming online to our limitless potentials. Last but certainly not least, powwow sessions. I channel energies and messages in dissertation form. I type it up. Whatever your soul, your unique frequency, your most high self, the limitless potentials that you are, needs you to hear, perceive, read, in order to open up to more of your limitless nature, break through your karmic knots, your limiting beliefs, to align to more of your soul limitless nature. That's what you experience within the powwow sessions. The powwow session is bookable within the Kingdom Things podcast, Healing Home Square portal below in the description of this video. I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love, because you have to love yourself in the way in which you want your reality to love you back. Self-love is the best love because you are loving your true truths. Give that love to yourself first. Self-love is the best love because it helps you perceive, live, and be more of your limitless potentials. I'm going to see y'all later. Bye.
My name is Asya, and I'm a teenage witch. Just kidding. I am a starseed. My story is much like humanity's story. I awakened to some pretty spectacular things about myself. Coming home, the story of Asya, followed by the story of Asya, I'm home. The book series that introduces the book. After returning from the day's trip, I have read my Atom's letter. He speaks of my father releasing him from imprisonment and the fate of death. He pleads for us to run away together. This plea is one of which I make no state to decline. My other half, available in the Amazon bookstore. I feel as though I was born here on earth to find you. I was created to find my person. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, now available in the Amazon bookstore.